Oh, it's recording. Hi guys. This is my KBM thingy superficial thingy bob video response because I'm just trying to get into the theme here with my nice little jacket and stuff and my little scarf and stuff. And well, I didn't actually know what I was going to say at first. But then I decided that I was going to, I'm going to read you the first chapter of my book I'm reading, if you go on KBM's comment box thing. So, let us begin with the first chapter of The Beast Crystals, Ruby Red. Chapter 1. I found out that I'm a rare case. Hi, I'm James Doran, and I'm going to tell you about the story about me and my quest I was given to by my headmaster. And no, this is not a Harry Potter book. It's a real story that I have left for the writer. We have been given creatures called beast crystals because in our world everyone has like a crystal colour. Not physically, but beast crystals can see it inside you and pick out if you correspond with them. Let me tell you what colours there are. Red for monkey, orange for tiger, yellow for leopard, green for octopus, blue for eagle, dark blue for a wolf, purple for a dolphin, pink for a cat, and white for an owl. And these are my friends in the story. They are Jack, Luke, Isabel, Dolo, and my sister Sophie. Come on guys, we're going to be late, I shouted when I was running ahead. We're coming, screamed everyone else. They ran to the school gates and saw an amazing academy. All I could, what I would have said was unnameable. The terrific building was so enormous it wasn't even having a roof. They ran to the school, opened the doors, walked inside, and there was a multicoloured beam in the middle of the hall. Soon the beam shot weapons made of colours of crystals and gave each of us a crystal weapon and a colour. The boys had swords except Luke, who had a staff, and Sophie got a bow and arrow, and Isabel. Oh, no, Isabel didn't have one. Isabel had some potions and a wand, and then a teacher came out and told us what it standed for. Jack had orange for wallaby, which will be explained a bit later on. It's not what it says. Luke has blue and an eagle. Sophie has purple for a dolphin, and Isabel has pink for a cat, and I had white for an owl. The teacher said, in this school, you'll learn how to control them and how to use your weapons. Don't worry, they don't break. Also, she turned to Luke. You are a crystal mage. You can control magic of the crystals that are within them. Cool, he said. I had to admit I was a little jealous at first. Come on, if you could control, crystal magic. That's what it's called, sorry. That would be pretty awesome. And I met someone named Daniel and became friends. In Luke and Sophie's class, there was two people called Richard, red, his crystal was red, and Emily green. They came to because they too became friends with Luke and Sophie. After a couple of weeks of training, everyone in our class who was there. But Sophie was best friends with Emily. Emily picked on Isabel. This made Isabel longing for a friend back, but Emily stayed with Sophie and acted like there was nothing going on between them. She made sure that it kept at a distance. Also, Luke, James, Jack, Richard and Daniel, I know one mouthful, right, had become friends together. After that, we were told we could only go with families and close friends. Emily said goodbye to Sophie, When she left, the headmaster wanted to have a word with Luke, James, Jack, Richard, Daniel and Sophie, and Isabel. When we got to his office, he said, well, if you could call it that, he said, there are some bad people in this world, like the Black Crystals, an evil gang of people that seek world domination, trying to collect the Master Crystals, the first coloured crystals, because of their enormous powers that possess within them. Also, they can summon a great dark dragon of all crystals. So he asked us all to go on a quest and collect them, so they could be secured in school rounds, and never used again. But Daniel said, I don't want anything to do with it, and he left. He gave us a map and a crystal holder and sent us off. He told us that there was 9 crystals in the world. The first crystal we'd had to look for was in the desert region. So we went off on the train to the first crystal, ruby red. So they went into the desert to find only on the way back some black crystal came onto the train to rob the beast crystals. They had a leader who had brown hair and a leather jacket and aged about 28. She told her servants to steal from the children first, but we stopped them with our beast crystals. As she summoned her beast crystal, that looked quite normal, it was a tiger, but I could see, well, not the something different about it before she jumped out, and I heard her whisper, "The pure one, impossible." As she said that, she ran on top of the train and headed for the front of the train, but Jack and I ran after halfway. I didn't know what sort of dragon. The most beautiful colours I'd ever seen had been blacked out. When I woke up, we were in the middle of the desert while Isabel was putting a cold cloth over my head. Jack came up and said, "You blacked out while we were running on top," and then all of a sudden the train stopped, and I ran to the top to the train, and the train stopped working. "Thanks for sticking around and helping me after I blacked out," I told him. "Hey, I had to go and check if the engine was broken." And she broke them all right. "So we go on foot?" "Yes, we're near a village." "How far?" 2 miles. "Great." And that is the first chapter of my book. See you until the second chapter.